5 captains, William Dolman, 6 Jack.
Well, it's a rare Friday night game for AFC Rushden Diamonds, and here at Hayden Road it finishes Diamonds 2, Tamworth 2. Obviously, the man of the match has got to be Tom Lorraine. Shanks, what a game, what a finish.
Yeah, great finish, to nick a goal right at the death. I think we played really well, actually. I think we controlled the game for periods of it. I didn't think they had too much. Had a little period in the first half, but second half we knocked on the door. Didn't seem like the goal was going to come, but if you stay there long enough, stay in the right places, the goals will fall to you.
Tamworth came into this game with only one win just last Monday and 2 losses, 2 draws. I thought they played much better than a 1-2-2 club.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think they played a lot better than the results have showed so far. But I think they came down from the league below and from the league above. And I think sometimes it's difficult to come down and settle in. You see it quite a lot, don't you? But I thought they played well. They passed the ball, but I think we were always in control, to be honest. I think, we could have been on the front foot a little bit more, perhaps, extra man or two. But putting them under pressure in the first half, I thought we really did well and caused them to make mistakes, and I thought we looked good.
Now, after keeping a clean sheet on Monday against St. Neots, it was disappointing to give up those 2 goals in the first half, but the second goal especially was a quality goal there by Terrell Wade off a cross, wasn't it, on a header? Yeah,
I think both goals have fallen at the back post, haven't they? One off a set piece, which is always disappointing because we do quite a lot of work on set pieces. They got a flick at the near post, and then the guys nipped him round the back. But you get that. The second one is a great ball in, and he's there to finish it. Probably could have defended them both better if we're ultra critical, but we're coming up against better sides, and they're going to be more clinical, and we've got to face that. And we'll learn from these mistakes and we'll get better.
Sandwiched in between, though, of course, you scored in the 22nd minute, an equaliser at the time. Tell us about that goal.
Yeah, good pressure from Ben Farrell to sort of seize upon a bit of a loose touch from their defender. Nicked in. I think he's got a bit of a ricochet and sort of fallen into my path and managed to put it in the corner. But that was what we needed. It was quite a quick reply to their goal within sort of 5 or 10 minutes, I think. So. It got us back on level terms. Disappointed to concede again, but like I say, we're probably pleased overall, I think.
And the obvious question is, just when Diamond supporters, I suppose, are resolved to a 2-1 loss, we score in the 95th minute, and you, I think, got a nice cross by Callum Westwood, and you were right there to poke it in.
Yeah, Cal was getting down that right-hand side really well during the game. 1 or 2 crosses were sort of overhit a little bit, but if he keeps getting in there and keeps putting it in, I know that 1 or 2 of them are going to fall in the right spot, and I think the keeper's had a go for it and just sort of fumbled it into the middle and just right place, right time, I guess. But I think we deserve that. We'd have been massively disappointed if we'd have lost this game 2-1. I think with the pressure that we put on in the second half. Pleased to come out of it with a draw. I think we could have gone on and won the game. I don't think that would have been unfair.
And the old cliche is it's a tough league. Every game is tough. That's what Andy Peaks would say. But it really is true in this league here. Like every game is a challenge here so far for Diamonds.
Yeah, absolutely. All the games that we've played so far have been really close. Nicked the 1-0 last week against St. Neots, and I think it's only been 1 goal in our games apart from the first game, obviously. But we've competed really well. I think we're pleased with the start to the season. I think we've got 7 points. Out of the 5 games now, we'd have probably taken that stepping up into a league that we haven't experienced. I know some of the lads a few of us have played this sort of level before, but there's a few that haven't. And you always have to settle in. And I think the start that we've had, we've been competitive. We've played some nice football at times. We've put pressure on teams. I think we've done really well.
And finally, we get another crack at Deeping Rangers in the FA Cup. It'd be nice to have the comfort zone of Hayden Road for that replay on Tuesday evening.
Yeah, I mean, the one negative probably so far this season has been that FA Cup. It's been the FA Cup draw. I don't think we played very well.
First half, yeah. Second half, yeah. But the result, the 1-1
we were disappointed with, and it gives us the opportunity to have another go at it and right that wrong. We'll be ready for it. We'll recover over the weekend. We get an extra sort of day-ish to recover, obviously with the Friday night to Saturday. So that'll do us a favour. But we know what we need to do. We need to come out and take control of that game early and get the result. The FA Cup's a really, really important competition to us. We want to go far. We've had good runs in it the last few years, and we want to replicate that and go as far as we possibly can. And that starts on Tuesday.
All right, well, thanks, Tom. Well done tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Bruce and Tom. I'm now here with manager Andy Peaks. Andy, that's a great result, really.
I think it's a great result, as in we're a goal down into injury time, so fantastic result for us. But for me, if you look at it as neutral, obviously I'm not. I thought it was a fantastic game of football.
It was, and we came out brightly, and we had all the chances in the first half, but we're 2-1 down there, 2 chances or 3 chances, and they took them, and I think that shows what happens at this level.
Yeah, I think it's another learning step for a lot of us tonight, as in you have to defend better at times, because I didn't think we defended well first half, and each time we didn't defend well, they caught us. We had a lot of the play, created some chances without really hurting them and testing the goalkeeper, but yeah, I think, like you said, it was quite an open first half. I think both teams would probably like to defend better than they did.
And obviously they got the first goal from the corner. Anything about the defending there?
No, I mean, it's difficult. They've hit a ball to the near post, and if you get a flick on at the near post, it makes it doubly difficult, and they did that. So, disappointed with it. Probably a good corner from their point of view. Maybe we didn't stay runners. I'll have to have a look at it to really, if I'm going to dissect it. But always disappointed to concede. I mean, we defended set pieces really well, particularly Saturday at Monday at St Neots. So, yeah, disappointed to concede early, especially when you've been so much on top.
But you must be pleased with our first goal, because we got the ball back in their half, and a good finish from Tom.
Yeah, it was a good finish from Tom. Well pleased with that. I think we nicked it high up the pitch. We felt if we pressed them we would get chances, because they'd perhaps overplay at times. And I thought we nicked it at the right time, and yeah, Shanks took it really well, which was key to get back in the game. I didn't want to give them any lifts tonight, because I think they're a team who are looking to win lots of games and progress this season. So the longer it goes on, the more pressure is on them. So I felt without giving them a lift makes it easy for us, and I felt first half we give them 2 lifts.
Yeah, and they got the second goal pretty quickly after our first.
Yeah, which again was disappointing, because it was a ball to the back post. We've not defended it, so fair play to them, because they were clinical with both goals, but defensively from us, disappointing.
And what was your thoughts in the second half? Obviously you made a change, you had a really attacking bench, didn't you?
I said at half time, if we defend better, we'll get a chance to get some out of the game. I thought for 15 minutes, I thought they played some good stuff, and Ben Heath made a couple of great saves and kept us in it. But, you know, I kept saying the longer it goes on, we mix it up. Like you said, we changed formations a couple of times, got some different attackers on. And I kept saying, we will get a chance, And so it's bit us a few times in the last minute at games. And today, luckily, we got one.
Yeah, and great for the crowd. A big crowd, 683 here tonight.
Yeah, good crowd, good atmosphere. And like I say, it showed, I think today showed up the stuff in levels again of what we've come to, with 2 good teams playing good football on a decent pitch with good sets of fans. It was a good advert for the league, I would have said.
Yeah, and obviously we've got a break now, and I can ask you about the Cup tie, can I, on Tuesday?
Yeah, no, big game, the Cup. I've said that all along. The league's obviously slightly different this year, as in there's not the expectation that we've got to do this and we've got to do that. But for me, to get a Cup run's more important. I've said that. I've said at Deeping that was their most important game of the season so far, and that's not changed. You know, today's great and Monday was great, but for me, Tuesday's a big game, and one we're going to get through.
And we won't look ahead to what might happen a week on Saturday, because we've got Deeping to come. Can I just ask you about some squad news? I know some of the fans are asking. Injury news about obviously about Jack and well, the 2 Jacks basically.
Yeah. I mean, Jack Ashton obviously tweaked his knee. He's still a little bit sore. It's his other knee, so hopefully it won't be too serious, but we've not really had time to assess it, because it's still a bit swollen, still sore. We'll know a little bit more in the next week. Jack Bowen obviously got a facial cut and nose broken. He feels absolutely fine, but he's got to go back to the hospital Tuesday morning to see how he is.
And somebody left the club. I think Ross Alton has left the club as well.
I don't think he's definitely left us. He's looking to get regular football, which I'm absolutely fine with, and I'll help him the best he can. He's been great for this club, and if he does move on, he gives him our best wishes. He hasn't actually left yet. If he does, then like I said, he goes with a pat on the back from me, because he's been fantastic. He's just not quite at the speed we want him to be at. He probably needs another couple of weeks of pre-season. We couldn't give him that. And the longer he hasn't played, you know, it's not going to help him. So he needs to go and get minutes. So he'll probably do that. Joe Curtis on the plus point is back training. That's another plus. So yeah, all good.
So let's come back to the league, and just after tonight's game. I mean, we had 2 defeats on the road, and you must be pleased with this week. The win at St Neots, and against a really competitive Tamworth, another point.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite happy with the first few games. I said that. I thought the performance was good in all of them. That hadn't changed tonight. If we would have come in and lost 2-1 again, I would have been quite happy with the performance. That's not a problem. I've said to them in there, if they put a shift in like they have in all the games, probably with the exception of Deeping where I was disappointed, I'll buy off on that. And they've done it again tonight. So yeah, I'm pleased with the points we've got so far. I'd say Tamworth's a massive club, and it's, you know, for us to think about playing them a few years ago, we'd have only dreamt of it. So to get a point against them in a cracking game, fantastic. So the only disappointment for me is Deeping, so we need to put that one right.
And a great advertisement for local Diamonds football.
Yeah, I think so. I think it shows we're heading in the right direction. You know, so we've come a long way, haven't we?
Yeah, thanks, mate. And what are you going to do Saturday?
I'm sure I'll find something to do, John. Don't worry about that. I'm never short of things to do. There's plenty of games to go and watch.
You don't want to come to Gulliverland like I've got to go?
No, my kids have gone past that age, so I'll leave that to you. Thanks.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
I don't need love.